Marchand is back on the ice in Boston, facing his old team and his old friends. Off we go in Brad Marchand's return. And here is Marchand right off the hop with a backhand shoveled on. And then chopped by Eetu Luostarinen. Stick on that. Marchand banks it back and gets a return feed from Lundell. Lundell along the wall in the corner. Slips one to Marchand along the net line. A shot comes in. Bring off the iron. Behind Swayman reaching at it. They score. The Panthers strike first on the power play to get things started.
That's going to be Samoskevich with the goal. So much easier when you get to stay in your shape. Marchand's pushed aside by Pete. He'll pick up an assist on this play, as the shot from Lundell beats Swayman clean off the post, and it hits Swayman. Everybody's fishing around for the puck, but it's Samoskevich who's going to jam this into the net. Marchand will pick up a helper. It's can he commit long enough to be an effective player.
And he's on the wing of Pavel Zacha on the second line. Bruins have the fourth line out there right now, centered by Sean Kuraly. Here's Mark Kastelik. Oh, and it's kicked out by Bobrovsky.
Ottawa had a really good year going last year. He got hurt and never really got healthy again. There he makes a nice move. I like this move as he goes back to the forehand. I guess if you're going to quibble, he's probably got to get it up a little higher, but
Rodriguez shot goes rising up, bounces down for Victor Arvidsson, looking to outlet, and he does across the line. Middlestad with a shot, and Bobrovsky gobbles it up and tries to locate.
First game back after a healthy scratch in Utah. Arvidsson finds him up between the defense, and it almost looks like the Bruins, I think the whole key for their game is can they exit against that Florida forecheck. If you could get out of there quick, now you can get your own forecheck going. Otherwise, you're just stuck in the mud.
Right off the face-off, Greer scores, and it's 2-0 Panthers.
Okay, so that's the worst-case scenario for the Bruins, is that Greer is going to come off the boards and find this puck. Oh, it's a confusion for the Bruins. I mean, you got to be a little more firm on this puck. It's Janot and Lori that are standing around. They both have their stick on the puck. Oh, but that's a good play by Gadjevich. If we get another look at that. So much of the game's on the boards where the Panthers excel.
Pastrnak cut to the high slot. Drop for Zadorov. Weaving in. Trying to lift it. Short side on Bobrovsky. McAvoy off for Geekie. Geekie looking through the seam for Lindholm. Hopped off the stick of Cunnin. Pastrnak for Lindholm. In the circle. Pastrnak moving in. Trying to lift it off the shoulder of Sergei Bobrovsky.
Pastrnak wants to score on the short side power play. He hits Bobrovsky in the mask. Man, they just gave him a freebie, and the Panthers get two forwards on the ice.
Yeah, the Bruins changed. They turned it over, and here's Brad Marchand. Short-handed. Passed it off for Lundell. With Marchand fishing at the rebound. Forced off the puck.
Missed by much. Same penalty. Marchand jumps out of the box. He's going to find Lundell. This is a great stop by Swayman.
Tanner Janot skates it in behind. He gets cut off there by Rodriguez. Eyssimont trying to tuck it home, and no goal. Still jockeying for it. Mikkola spins one around. Rebound popped out for Lundell. Here's Marchand below the goal line, eluding the referee in deep. Puck to the right of the net, and Swayman makes the stop on Lundell. For Boston, the first time this season being shut out through two periods. Bennett on the entry. Verhaeghe centered. Bennett is denied by Swayman.
Goal and no assists through the 7 games that the Panthers have played. Bennett had no shots on goal in the first 2 periods, and he takes a sweet little dish from Verhaeghe. Watch.
Right in the front of Jeremy Swayman. Arvidsson goes spinning on the rush, working on Balinskis. Cuts in, and Balinskis stood him up in the circle.
Oh, it looked like a little glimmer of room there.
Out in front, tapped along, they score! Pavel Zacha, and the Bruins are on the board.
Set up Zacha. This is the glimmer of hope it looked like Arvidsson had. Now the Panthers gum up this breakout as Greer's pass misses Petrie.
Pressured by Ekblad. Geekie tried to work it out for Zacha. No penalty called. Pastrnak out high. A shot. Score! Tied at
Pasternak and his movement on the play. He started on the right point. He went across there. You see him on the left point. Now he's going all the way across. Tough to front Pasternak when he's moving so much in the zone. Cunnin wearing down a little bit as the penalty kill moves on. Can't stay in front of David Pasternak, who slides this puck through.
The Bruins changed. The Panthers started with Lindell in the back end, absorbing contact from Pasternak. Marchand sauces one ahead, moving in. Lostarinen off the iron, he scores! Florida's got the lead in the third.
Panthers escape the zone. Marchand's got his second assist of the night, and for the second time tonight, Lorei just simply is not strong enough on his stick. Lostarinen goes right through him and makes a perfect shot. Reinhart, a natural center in Buffalo. When he was drafted, will take the draw against Middlestat. Because it's on this side, it's lefty versus righty.
Middlestat's good night continues at the dot. Moved off, Pasternak a shot. They score! Morgan Geekie ties it at 3.
Face-off win for Middlestat, and Pasternak with the help. He retrieves that loose puck, and he and McAvoy play that quick game of catch. McAvoy will find it to Pasternak. This shot is deflected off of Bobrovsky, and wow, that's a terrific pass for Casey Middlestat. When you get scratched out of a game, as Middlestat was in Utah.
And now Arvidsson from Middlestat, sauced in the direction of Pavel Zacha. Forsling up ahead, an outlet for Bennett. Bennett centers for Hagee, shoots off the post, and it ricochets in. Off the stick of Andrew Peeke, and Florida's got the lead.
25 seconds left. Forsling, the breakout pass. That's a great catch by Bennett, who came alive in this third period. The shot from Verhaeghe is going to come in the slot here. We'll get a great look at it here. His shot's going to hit the far goal post and ricochet all the way out. It hits the foot of Peeke. And Verhaeghe, who scored on his first shot of the year, gets this crazy one back off of Andrew Peake's foot. Like, the Bruins just, they have to be shaking their head. I don't think Reinhart got a touch on this.
McAvoy back to get it, and the waning seconds here in Boston tick off. Brad Marchand enters TD Garden as a visitor for the first time in his career, and his Panthers win it 4-3.